video is how to self-publish on Amazon Direct Publishing, and we will go into the Direct Publishing, and you have to sign in, and I'm already signed in, so that brings me to my bookshelf page, which if you aren't signed in, you have to sign up. And then there's a Kindle ebook or a paperback, depending on which one you're going to go into. And we'll go into one of mine I already have, so it'll be easier. Oops. Go to edit print book details. Then you put in your password. That will take you to the first page, which is paperback details. Focus here. Come into focus. And as you can see, English. We'll go down to the book title. Book title. After the book title, you have the subtitle, if you have one. Series information if it's part of a series. This is the third book of a series. And then you have your name down where it says primary author. Put that in. Then another author if you have a co-author. Then ask for a description of your book. You give a good description. I think it's like 5,000 words you're allowed. And you, under publishing rights, you say that you own the publishing rights. You can get a copyright through the U.S. Copyright Service, and I will be providing that link this weekend on the site. And you put in your keywords for searching. You pick your categories. Here I picked fiction, fantasy, dark fantasy, epic fantasy. Then they ask, does it contain language that are inappropriate for children? And then you hit save and continue. On the next page, we have the paperback content, and you can get a free IBSN number from Amazon. You just click on that box, and they'll assign you a free one. Then you get the publication date. Print options. Do you want black and white paper? And your trim size, the size of your book, 6x9. You cannot change your trim size once it's been published. You can't change the title either. Once you get your title, that's the title you got. And here we have no bleed. Bleed is how much it runs into the outside of the margins. But you don't want any bleed because then it ends up cutting part of the words off. And then they ask for what finish you want on the books, and I pick glossy. Then you upload your manuscript. And your cover. And then it'll ask you to launch your preview. You launch the preview, and that will give you a book where you can go through it and look at your mistakes and all the other things that you might want to change. And it'll ask you if you want to go back or go forward. Then you press, when you're done with all that, you will press save and continue. The last page is paperbacks, rights, and pricing. And if you see on the top, it'll say all territories, worldwide rights. That basically sends your book anywhere in the world that people want to order it off Amazon. And underneath, you'll notice the marketplace is Amazon, and the price can be any price you want over the price you pay, which is normally, that would be your printing, which is $4.76 for this book, and you got a 60% rate, so they get 40%. Oh, lost my screen. 40% they get, you get 60%, and that's your royalty afterwards. Is $4.23. This thing's jumping around a lot. And down after that, it'll say 7 marketplaces, and the 7 marketplaces, they're just different countries. UK, Denmark, all them. And then after that, it says publish your paperback, and you have to click it asks for requested proofs. You can get proofs, either written proofs or proofs online if you want. You can publish your book and then get proofs later. And then you can always go back and change the book if it's not the way you like it, but I prefer to get it as close to the way you want it before you publish, because it shows unprofessionalism if you don't edit it properly before you publish it. And that's basically it for Kindle publishing. I will be back tomorrow or later on today with Lulu Publishing and show you how to go for them. Them is a little bit simpler process, but it's a little more complicated as well in some ways. And in some ways it's easier, some ways it's harder. So, alright, I'll be back later for another workshop video. Thanks.